Hello, welcome to Social Justice Politicast for Monday, June 13th. My name is Gabriel. I'm doing it solo today. We have been on a break for the past couple of weeks while the city and county have had their summer recess, but we are back this week with the County Board of Supervisors meeting, which is happening on Tuesday. But before I dive into the item that we've flagged, I'm going to give you some background information. On June 10th, Sacramento County Board of Supervisors passed their annual budget for fiscal year 2026 to 2027. This was, like most budgets, a controversial one. If you want a breakdown of the cuts that were made and the controversy of those cuts, check out the Politicast episode that we published on Monday, June 15th. So despite the budget passing in a 4-1 vote with Supervisor Rodriguez being the sole vote against the adoption of the budget, the very next week, Supervisor Hume proposed a motion to reconsider the cuts to public safety, which included cuts to the Sacramento Sheriff's Department and the Sacramento District Attorney. This motion passed in a 4-1 vote, with Supervisor Cerna being the sole vote against the reconsideration. So, item 65 on this week's Board of Supervisors agenda will be a reconsideration of the fiscal year 2026-27 recommended county budget. The proposed reconsidered budget would restore almost $1 billion to the Sacramento Sheriff's Department and the District Attorney's Office. This reconsideration is being championed by both Supervisor Hume and Rodriguez. Rodriguez took to local media to make her case. She stated in a piece in the Citrus Heights Sentinel that was published on June 16th that, quote, criminals pay attention to enforcement patterns. If offenders begin to believe misdemeanor crimes are unlikely to be prosecuted consistently because the county eliminated the unit dedicated to handling those cases, deterrence erodes quickly. I have no idea where Supervisor Rodriguez is getting this information from, obviously the cops, but her statement is wildly out of sync with reality. Study after study has proven beyond any reasonable doubt that pouring money into a punitive justice system does nothing to address the root causes of crime, but we are once again shown the lack of imagination of our current local leaders. So we as a community now have another opportunity to make sure that the only voices in the room aren't law enforcement advocates and the business community who actively pushes for more cops and more prisons. Decarcerate Sacramento has issued a call to action for this Tuesday, July 14th, starting at 2 p.m. at 700 H Street, where the Board of Supervisors meets. They are urging people to show up in person and make public comments if possible, and if not, to email your supervisor and submit an e-comment. Make sure to check out our local government pocket guide linked in our bio to find instructions on how to submit e-comment. Decarcerate has authored 3 main talking points for anyone who is interested in making public or e-comment. Point 1, do not fund the sheriff's problem-oriented policing, or POP, and homeless outreach, HOT, units. These teams displace our unhoused neighbors, issue citations, and arrest them, which disrupts connections to shelter, services, and community. Point 2, no more funding to the district attorney's wasteful and cruel spending. The DA has spent millions on pursuing the death penalty despite California's long-standing halt on executions. The county continually prioritizes prosecution over protecting the constitutional right to legal defense. The DA's budget is 2 times the public defender's budget. For more info on the DA's history pursuing the death penalty, check out our episode that we published on June 1st. Point 3, increase investment in social programs, not policing and prosecution. With federal funding losses due to H.R. 1, the county should be increasing, not decreasing, its investment in critical health and social services like CalFresh and Medi-Cal to ensure residents maintain access. We'll be linking the toolkit that Decarcerate has put together in our show notes and put it on socials for folks that so folks have all the information before they head to the meeting. We hope to see you all out there. We will be back next week to go over what exactly it is that happened during this meeting to see if the reconsidered budget is what finally passes. There will also be other opportunities in September for folks in Sacramento